So the content of the reports, the layout of the reports is pretty much driven by the standards. Are there any exemption to these standards? What about a litigation engagement or a litigation report? How are these addressed?
Well, the standard gives leeway to the valuation analyst, the person preparing the report, when it comes to a litigation setting. Under that situation, the valuation analyst is exempt from some of the standards. A good practice would be not to take that exemption and to continue to comply with the standards, regardless of the setting in which it was provided. So that's what we do at our firm here.
I see, I see. I do want to add that in addition to litigation engagement, we are also often engaged in the business valuation review, whereby we review a report of another expert and express an opinion on that report. Now, if we are performing the business review separate as a standalone from a conclusion of value, and all that we are expressing whether the expert has provided sufficient justification in the approaches and methodologies, then the reporting requirements do not necessarily apply. And that report can be issued in any structure, in any manner, so long as we are clearly able to convey our review and critique of the opposing expert. Is that correct?
Yeah, that's an excellent point, Jan. The rebuttal reports, we sometimes get engaged to do one or two things. Sometimes to rebut the other side's expert. We also help attorneys in cross-examination of doing that kind of work. And sometimes it's to provide a competing expert report with different assumptions or different analysis. The latter is rarer because then you have two experts providing two different opinions, and that often confuses the court. But the rebuttal report is more common because we go after what the opposing valuation analyst performed, and we critique it. We think critique is warranted.
I see. So in this case, who do we prepare the report for? Do we prepare the report for an attorney who's engaged us? Do we prepare the report for the judge, or what?
It's a good question, Jan. We prepared for the decision maker. So if this is an insurance situation, we prepared for the insurance company. If this is a judge and jury or finder of fact circumstances where it goes to the court, we prepared for the court. Sometimes we're prepared for, let's say, matrimonial settings where the couple are getting divorced, would like to just know what the value is in order to negotiate among themselves how they're going to proceed with their matrimonial separation. So it really depends on who the decision maker is, and we have to face our rebuttal report towards that decision maker's perspective, expected knowledge, and also the sensitivity that that decision maker will have. Funny enough, the judges and the jury are the most sensitive ones, where sometimes if we see collaborative divorce, they are less sensitive. They simply want to know what the value is so they can do a buy-sell agreement between the parties. Sometimes they're co-owners. And so we help them decide that. These are the typical settings we see a rebuttal report.
I see, I see. Well, thank you very much for giving us this in-depth view into the type of reports normally issued in conjunction with the business valuation or litigation engagement. Thank you for joining us, and we look forward to future episodes with Yigal, focused on everything you wanted to know.
Thank you very much, Jan.